We got started on our business through Rob, my husband. He was growing grapes, and we thought we love to drink wine, we love to grow the grapes, so we thought we would just make wine.
Well, I wanted to create a legacy. I saw a niche market in BC wine industry as being able to create a boutique winery, everything handcrafted, hand sorted, all the way from the vineyards to the finished product.
There was a lot of hard work that was involved in establishing a winery in 2000, and in our case it involved a lot of lobbying for licensing changes and essentially doing everything from tying rebar to making wine.
I got started in my business a year and a half ago when I finally had the opportunity to start my own winery, and I was looking very forward to being the Okanagan's first meadery. We make our wine out of organic honey.
Many years ago, with partners, we bought property down on Black Sage Road, planted vineyards, started from scratch.
We got started in our business. We were both working in the corporate world, and we decided we wanted to get our hands dirty, literally, in the wine business. So we bought a vineyard in Naramata, and the rest is history.
I decided I wanted to write about wine, so I started a website called winediva.ca.
I started doing wine tasting parties in people's homes. I absolutely loved that.
I was tired to work for someone else. I was working hard, and I thought I would rather do things on my own.
I created house wine, and I partnered with my current business partner, Michel Bouffard, today. And together we created house wine and grew it to where it is.
We chose to establish our winery in British Columbia because we found that it had the best terroir and climate for growing grapes in Canada.
Well, my husband and I thought about maybe going to California, but really we're Canadians and our roots are here, and British Columbia has got to be the best place to grow wine in Canada, so that's why we're here.
We have lived all our lives in British Columbia, or most of our lives, so it was inevitable that that be the place.
The incredible fruit that's grown in this valley, the temperature, the beauty, it has it all.
The biggest lesson I've learned in growing the winery was to take baby steps.
The biggest lesson I've learned in growing my winery is the production side of things. I come from sales and marketing, so production's a whole new animal for me.
I would have started with a lot more money, maybe won the lottery before we got into this business. It's very capital intensive and it takes a long time to kind of get from A to B, but there is an old saying that goes, if you want to make a lot of money in the wine business, you should start with a lot of money.
There never seems to be enough time to do everything really well.
There's always another job in the job jar.
I definitely would consider myself an entrepreneur. I started my first company 20 years ago when I was 19 and have spent more time being a self-employed entrepreneur than working for anyone else.
Entrepreneur is someone who's creative and can take an idea from a vision all the way to reality. That's who I am. I create a vision.
Yes, I'm definitely an entrepreneur. I started managing businesses when I was 20, right from even a lemonade stand when I was a kid. So I knew I'd own something, just didn't know what it was going to be, but it ended up being a winery.
The magical qualities behind entrepreneurship is that you create a product that is personal to you and you get to show it to the rest of the world and have them enjoy it.
I think the skill set to be an entrepreneur relies on being able to multitask and also to be able to see the big picture. It's often hard to see, I guess, the grapes through the grapevines, so it's definitely important to keep the big picture in mind when you're juggling all the tasks.
And to be an entrepreneur, I think the magical ingredient is really imagination. To pull all those tangible aspects together with something a little magical, like imagination.
What I enjoy most about my current role is the diversity it can bring. One day you're out in the orchard having a lot of fun, and the next day you're at a gala event drinking your own wine.
People in the wine business are really good people. They love food, they love wine. It's a very social kind of atmosphere and a social job.
I love being able to share my passion for something that I love with other people.
I think the characteristic of wine that describes me is I'm aging gracefully and that I have yet to reach my full potential.
My favorite wine is sparkling wine. There's always a time for sparkling wine.
If it's well made, it can be from anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be champagne, but I love a good glass of bubble or sparkling wine.